All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give our praise and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kakadash. I want to give double honor to the elder apostles and elders of bishop of Great Millstone who rule well and teaching us the truth 100% securely. And I'd like to give a salutation to the Akim and Aqua who are listening and studying to show thyself approved. And also, I'd like to give a salutation to the Akim out there on the highways and byways pushing the truth throughout the four corners of the earth. Shalom. All right, this is Brother Bayan from the Tulsa, Oklahoma. Hebrew Delight Camp coming back to you with another quick lesson. And I think I'm going to title this lesson is more ammunition of Esau trying to put the squeeze on pretty much Yasharala, but this is pretty much going to affect the whole population of America, aka Babylon the Great. Okay, and so this is all gearing towards that MOTB, which is the mark of the beast, the RFID the mark of the beast. But this is that gradualism. Okay, so they slowly but surely trying to control the population. Okay, and as you can see in the title is that citizenship requirement to change for millions of Americans under the new bill. Okay, and you know I'm gonna just summarize it because I know if I scroll down for whatever reason, it would actually cut off my Moby Gym. I guess it's all of those ads. So I'm gonna just summarize what was going on in the article. All right, so. As you can see right here, it says Republican Senator Bernie Moreno of Ohio has introduced legislation that would effectively abolish dual citizenship for Americans. Okay, and so what that means is that they're trying to force people to remain here in America, and it's kind of hypocritical because you got these same politicians who can go out of the country anytime, anywhere, just about, just anytime they want. Okay, but they're trying to make the regular people of America, aka Babylon the Great, to have just a citizenship right here in America. Okay, and so that's the problem in itself and it's hypocritical. Okay, that's just my personal opinion on that, but again, these devils just trying to put the squeeze on the people of America, aka Babylon the Great, which is ultimately this law just pretty much remind you of this new world order that they're trying to enforce throughout the whole world. Okay, that's all ultimately what it's going through. That's what this gradualism is gearing towards. All right, so the bill in itself, this Republican who introduced the bill is called Exclusive Citizenship Act of 2025. Okay, and it says, and it would make it illegal for Americans to hold citizenship in another country while retaining U.S. citizenship. Okay, that's what the bill proposed. Okay, and it says, and under the bill text, U.S. citizens who also hold foreign citizenship will have to choose within a year either renounce their foreign citizenship to remain a U.S. citizen or renounce their U.S. citizenship. Okay, one of the two. So that's basically, you said they either got to choose one or the other. You can't have dual citizenship. That's basically what this bill is going to propose. And it says if someone fails to timely comply, they be considered to have voluntarily relinquished their U.S. citizenship. So even if they don't reply in a timely manner, they're going to relinquish their U.S. citizenship. And that quick precept, that's them coming down having great wrath. Revelation 12 and 12, right? And this is how they're doing it, by these laws and legislation. All right, Revelation 12 and 12. And that reads, and it says, therefore rejoice ye heaven, and ye that dwell in them. Woe unto the inhabitant of the earth and of the sea, for the devil coming down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. Okay, a lot of people is criticizing the politicians as of late, and so they're doing everything that they can just to try to gain back that narrative. Okay, they're trying to see who's on the side of America and who is not. All right. So this is just a proposed, but it's not actual law. But it's but if they to force this, if they was to force this law, this will more than likely happen if it becomes law. Any American with dual citizenship, even if dual nationality was attained legally and lawfully, will force them to choose one citizenship. Okay, so. Uh, Yeah, so that's pretty much that right there. There's more information on it. There's a lot of articles that I can kind of look up just to find out. So yeah, so that's pretty much the gist of what this article is talking about. All right, I'm gonna add this in the group chat, and I'm gonna just get into some precepts. Because like I said, I wanted to read the whole article, but again, it keep cutting off on while I'm recording. So let's go ahead and get into a quick precept. Okay, so we already read that Revelation 12 and 12. All right, let's get Isaiah chapter 10 and verse 1. All right, which is basically, the main precepts we always bring out, especially with the politicians who's trying to use their laws and legislation just to take away the rights of the poor. Okay, this is Isaiah 10 and 1, and it said, "Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decree, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed." And verse 2, and it said, "To turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless." Okay, so only the people that they're robbing is the people that have no control, the working class. All right, and ultimately it's going to lean toward Yasharala, the so-called Negroes, Latino, Native Americans. All right, because they take away the right for my poor. All right, we don't have any military, we don't have any politicians that represent us or have our best interests at heart. Okay, this is how they're taking away our rights. All right. Let's get Psalm, another precept, Psalm chapter 94 and 20. Okay, which we've been bringing this out a lot as of late. Psalm 94 and verse 20. And it says, "Shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which framest mischief by law?" You see, this them that's framing mischief by law, and okay, they they slowly but surely they just putting a squeeze on everybody in America, and ultimately what this is going to do is going to lean towards the RFID They're going to force people to get that market to be. Like it one way or another, man. Okay, so that's basically what you're seeing in this article, man. So let me see if I can scroll down without this. Hopefully, don't. Okay, right here in this article, let's get this key details of a proposal. It said the bill argued that to preserve the integrity of the national citizenship, allegiance to the United States must be undivided, and claimed that maintaining foreign citizenship as a U.S. citizen could create conflict of interest and divided loyalty. Under the proposal, dual or multiple citizenship will be banned outright. It specifies that an individual may not be a citizen or a national of the United States, which simultaneously processing any foreign citizenship. Okay, yeah, and say within 1 year, you have 1 year to decide. If you have a dual citizenship, you have 1 year to decide whether you want to be a U.S. citizen or wherever foreign country you have a citizenship with. All right, so this is just a proposal, but just the fact that these devils actually thought up this policy just to make it law to tell you something right there. All right, they basically trying to take away your rights. Even though you attain your citizenship legally, they saying that they want to take that away from you. All right. Right. So that's the paragraph. So let's see what the Moreno is defending the plan right here. It says in the statement, Senator Bernie Moreno said, "One of the greatest honor of my life was when I became an American citizen at 18, the first opportunity I could do so. it was an honor to pledge an oath of allegiance to the United States of America and only to the United States of America. Being an American citizen is an honor and a privilege, and if you want to be American, it's all or nothing. It's time to end dual citizenship for good. Okay, so, hey, and this is, yeah, so this is basically showing you that this is basically another precept, which is the dragon is speaking. All right. Matter of fact, let's get that Revelation chapter 13 and 15. Okay. So this is another form of them saying worship the beast. All right. So Revelation 13 and 15, he said, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Okay, so this is that, again, this is gradualism, but and this is a proposal, but you see where they're going with this. All right, so they're going to force you to either accept America or you're not. All right, if you're not with America, that is going to come to that point. All right, that's why it says and causes that as many would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Okay, so that's what's going to happen, especially when they issue that RFID CHIP, which is the mark of the beast. Okay, so going back into that Psalm 94 and verse 20, and this is that, and they put these laws in place, and this is what they guided themselves. All right, they put these laws just so they can do this type of shedding of blood of the righteous, right? So Psalm 94 and 20 again from the top, and it says, shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, with framing mischief by law? Okay, these laws, legislation, this is how they frame mischief. They gathered themselves together against the souls of the righteous and condemned the innocent blood. But the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, is my defense, and my power is the rock of my refuge. So even though they're doing all of this, we have nothing to worry about. Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is going to protect us during the time of need. Verse 23, and he shall bring upon their own iniquity, and shall cut them off in their own wickedness. Yeah, the Lord our power shall cut them off. All right. So we ain't got nothing to worry about. But it's just watching them and seeing that they think that their house is going to continue forever. All right, this is them. They put all of these laws and statute commandments, select these laws and policies, and they think they're going to continue. Their house shall continue forever. All right, and the Lord said it's not going to happen. He said he's going to cut them off. All right, the destruction of America, aka Babylon the Great, is on its way. All right, so let's get Baruch chapter 4 and 25. All right, because we know this persecution is coming by these laws and legislation. This is not the only law that they're proposing. All right, this is just one of many. So it's not in effect right now, but this is the proposal that this guy put out. So don't be surprised, and 6 months from now, they didn't put this law in place, and now people can either be a U.S. citizen or they have to, be kicked out of America, okay? Because towards the end of this article, when I read it, they said if you're renouncing your U.S. citizenship, you have to report to ICE. And that's exactly what that article said towards the end. So I'll put this in a group chat. Let's get Baruch chapter 4. I'll put this in the comment section, Salakia. Baruch chapter 4. Verse 25, okay, because it says, my children, suffer patiently the wrath that it come upon you from Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua. All right, so when they see all of these, we know that we about to go through trials and tribulation. Okay, that's another warning that these are the trials and tribulations that they're going to enforce on us. Okay, but the Lord, this is what the Lord said in Baruch 4 and 25, my children suffer patiently the wrath that is come upon you from Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, for thy enemy have persecuted thee, but shortly thou shalt see his destruction, and shalt tread upon his neck. My delicate ones have gone rough ways, and were taken away as a flock caught of the enemy. Be of good comfort, O my children, and cry unto Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, for ye shall be remembered of him that brought these things upon you. All right, and so, hey, so the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is not going to forget us in our persecution. So we ain't got nothing to worry about, right? You know, it's just a warning to let you know to be ready. You know, as it says in Sirach 2:1, right? My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Okay, this is another preparation. This is something that you need to be aware of. All right, because this is what's impossible. It's the possibility that they're going to put this in law. All right. Yeah, man, that this is just a quick lesson. I can read on and on all different type of precept, you know, but let's go ahead and get 2nd Esdras chapter 16 and 71, okay, which it shows you, especially when they issue that mark of the beast, that RFID CHIP, okay, because we're about to suffer some persecution, and we got to be ready for it, okay. So these scriptures just to warn you that this is how they're going to be. Okay, so this 2nd Esdras 16 and 71. 71 is the point, but we'll start at verse 70. 2nd Esdras 16 and 70, it says, for there shall be in every place in the next city a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. All right, so if you fear Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, you know, even Yahushua said in Matthew the 24th chapter that he said, they shall be deliver you up for my name's sake. Okay, so if you have that fear, this is what's going to happen. This is going to come upon you. So we got to be prepared for that. Verse 71, they shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as the gold in the fire. Hear, O ye my beloved, said the Lord, behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. Okay? So, hey, these devils are putting these laws in place, but the Lord is going to deliver us, okay? And what deliverance means, this is what salvation means right here, okay? So we got to go through it in order to attain that salvation, okay? Revelation 13 and 16, let's go back to that. Revelation chapter 13, and this is the end goal right here. Revelation 13 and 16. This is what these really, because even though they got all of these laws that they're trying to propose, it's going to always lead right here to this Revelation 13 and 16. It says, and he called it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead, and that no man might buy or sell, say he that have the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom, let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. Okay, so this is that mark of the beast, that all their laws and legislation is all going to line up perfectly with their mark of the beast, is what these devils really have a plan. Okay, so you know, that's pretty much the point. You know, I'm not gonna make this too long. We'll end it there. All right. Yeah, we can read 2nd Esdras 15 and 17. Basically, how all these devils going to act. But in the end game, the Lord is going to destroy their kingdom. Okay, so I got two more precepts, which is Job chapter 20, about the 23rd verse. Right, so Job chapter 20 and 23. So when they have all of that system, the mark of the beast system up and running, this is what the Lord said, right? Job 20 and 23, and he says, when he is about to fill his belly, all right, symbolically speaking, when he have all of his plans, and it seems like they on the right path, they got him all in motion. When he is about to fill his belly, Yahweh shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. Okay, when he think everything is all good and dandy, that's when the Lord is going to cast all of his plans down. Okay, he even said that in Malachi 1 and 3. Edom says, I am impoverished. We will return and build the desolate places, but the Lord said, they shall build, but I will throw down. All right, and so we go from there, and we ended off with 2nd Ezra chapter 6 and verse 9. Okay, so this is what we patiently been waiting on. All right, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Okay, so we got that. Our kingdom is on the way, and that's pretty much going to be our heaven on earth. All right, so that's just a quick lesson. Lord willing, this is edifying. With that, let me give all praise and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. I want to give double honor to the elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone who rule well and teaching us the truth, 100% securely. Shalom, Shalom, Kwam Yasharala, Shalom.